Welcome to the drunk tank. Take a shot and much thanks for you coming out tonight. Have a seat and come in, yeah. Now turn the lights down low. Drinks are in the back. We're about to start the show. Okay, landed and killed in the land of the free. Coming together to spread all the peace. There's more to the story than you'll ever see. Hear out both sides before you just agree. Some of it's funny and some of it's deep. Open your mind and I can guarantee that we will leave you on the edge of your seats. Now over to Dox and the man Chris, you see, okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Drunk Tank Shots. For those of you that don't know what this is our weekly short version of the podcast, or your shot size tidbit of the podcast. I am one of the hosts of the Drunk Tank. I am DoxRyan. Last week you got a little bit of DoxRyan's smooth jazz voice. But I tell you what, this week you're gonna get a little salty, Dox. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you straight. Dox is a little salty, and he's a little annoyed. So this might get a little on you. But I'm gonna ramble on about something for about 15-20 minutes, and then at the end, I'm gonna give you a happy ending. So, what is Doc salty about this week? Well, let me fucking tell you. I've been in Oregon now for about a week, and I've never missed Wisconsin more than I do today, because holy shit. Oh, let me tell you, it's been a day. And by the time you're going to hear this, you're going to be like, that's it? That's what you're salty about? Yes! I'm salty about this, okay? My girlfriend wanted to go out for a date day today. So we go out, we go bowling, and bowling alley is nice, right? It's fine. The cheeseburger was decent, right? So then we get a little bored of the bowling, and we're like, okay, what are we going to do? Well, let's go swimming. Well, we Google where to go swimming. Bear in mind, it's Sunday as I'm recording this. You'll hear this on Wednesday or Thursday whenever Chris gets through editing it and gets it uploaded and you happen to listen to this. So, it's about, 4 or 5 o'clock. All the swimming pools are closed. All the recreation facilities are closed. All we got is the river. And the one river location I know about is about 40 minutes away from where we are. And when we went to the river kind of was like, eh. There was a film on it. Don't know if it was oil or petrol or gas or whatever, but it made the river kind of not fun to swim in. So that was out. So after a brief meeting of the minds and much back and forth, Bernadette and I decided to go to the store looking for some stuff we need for the house. Right? No problem. We're gone for an hour. We shot two bowling games and we had a cheeseburger. It's okay for a date day, right? No shade, no nothing, right? Decent day. Well, we get to the first store and we decide to look for some beer and some wine coolers or whatever, right? Prepare your salt shakers, ladies and gentlemen, because the epic quest that ensued is both maddening and hilarious. So we get to the store here in the town we live in, and we start looking around, and there's a beer aisle, and it's all fucking IPA. It's IPA. IPA as far as the eye can see. And no wine coolers. Bernadette likes one flavor of wine cooler. She likes a strawberry daiquiri. No wine coolers. But we got a bunch of fucking hard seltzer, White Claw and Zizzy and all this other bullshit seltzer, right? IPA and seltzer. The fuck is wrong with you, Oregon? Oregon? Whatever. I don't care how you pronounce it. Anyway, so we're like, oh, let's, look up a liquor store. Well, liquor stores are closed, right? It's Sunday. It's like 6 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock or whatever. Not even 5, 6 o'clock. It's maybe like 4:30. Liquor stores are closed. So we're like, let's just hit a grocery store because the beer aisle's open until 9. Gotta find some strawberry daiquiri wine coolers and some decent beer there. Next door. We walk in, and it's, surprise, IPA and fucking hard seltzer. Oregon, I love you. But what is your obsession with IPA? if I wanted that much hops in my beer, I'd go to a field, pick a bunch of hops, throw it in a bottle of water, and fucking eat that shit. IPA sucks. It is so bitter and hoppy, you can't taste shit. And in Oregon, apparently, all they care about is hoppy water with no other flavor. I got Megalodon IPA. I got another IPA, and a red IPA, and a green IPA, and a purple IPA, and a purple haze IPA. Not a Belgian white, not a wheat, not a red ale, not a fucking lager in sight. And so I'm like, all right, what else did I got? Cider. Oregon is obsessed with IPA and cider. I'm a Wisconsin boy. I come from the land of beer and sausage and brats and craft beer. I get out to Oregon and it's fucking IPA and cider. Now don't get me wrong. I like cider. I've had a few good ciders. I'm okay with cider. But I wanted a beer. Not an IPA. I didn't want a bottle full of hops and bitter fucking sour bullshit. Like, really? All you got 8 million fucking flavors of cider. You got every microbrewery from here to the coast is IPA. Why don't you take them hops, shine them up real nice, turn them sumbitch sideways, and shove them up your candy ass? Because what is your fascination with IPA? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's bitter, it's hops, and nothing else. Why don't I go suck on a lemon and I'll have the same result? Docs, it's hoppy and its ABV is. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, Oregon. Hops! IPA is not good beer. You cannot convince me that IPA is good beer. It is nothing but hops and water. I've had IPAs. I can't stand them. But not only did we went to one store. No. We didn't go to 2 stores. No. We didn't go to 3 stores. No. We didn't go to 4 stores. Count them. We went to 7 different stores before we found anything that wasn't IPA or cider. Oregon, it's okay. It's okay to make more than IPA. It is okay to not have your beer drowned in hops. Do you understand the concept that there is more flavors of beer than IPA? Because from what I can tell, I may have a small sample size of 7 different stores in my town where 99% of your shelf space is IPA and cider. Back in Wisconsin, I could go to any grocery store and I could get everything from a Belgian white to a lager to an ale to a porter to a stout to a milk stout. But here, no. Docs, you like beer, right? Have some hops with your beer. You like IPA, right? No! I don't like IPA. IPA is like sucking on grass, wheat, and sour grass. But Docs, you can't be against IPA like that. Yes! IPA sucks. IPA is bitter water. I've had a ton of IPA in my day. And I don't like them. But Docs, why did you buy cider? I didn't want cider. I wanted a fucking beer. I wanted a beer with flavor. Chris would say a fruity beer. Huh, Docs? No. I wanted a pale ale. I wanted a stout. I wanted a porter. I wanted a cream ale. But all as far as the eye can see, from sea to shining sea, is fucking IPA. God damn it. Oh, Oregon, why do you do this to me? Anyway, the epic quest continued. We get to the 6th out of 7 shops. Finally, we get to store number 6. And it is this yuppie organic, like, yo, we got flaxseed and probiotics and all this shit. It's one of them stores, right? We wander the entire store looking for beer, and it's tucked away in the back corner. Surprisingly, they got a massive liquor section, like great wine and sake and a bunch of shit. Like, they had really good shit in the corner. Then they had like 4 like coolers and like an end cap thing of like beers that weren't IPA. Right? I ended up getting like a chocolate stout, a Marion berry ale. I got a Scotch ale, an Irish pale ale. I got a Belgian white. And like 2 others. I got like a 6-pack. Take a wild fucking guess at how much this fucking eclectic 6-pack cost me. Right? I almost shit a brick in the checkout line. Now, being a Wisconsin boy, I can go to any local grocer and pick up any type of craft. I can go to any craft and get a pick and mix your own 6-pack, right? Now, granted, these cans were pretty big, right? The cans are big. They're a little bigger than your like 12 ounce. I think they were like 16 ounce cans, right? Big cans. A pick and mix 6-pack in any store, including a liquor store in Wisconsin, will run me what? $12, $13? Take a wild fucking guess how much I paid for this 6-pack that wasn't fucking IPA. 10? No. 15? No. That's what you expect to pay. God, no. $20? No, sir. Can't drop a 20 on it. No. It came to $30 fucking for 6 beers. $30. Are you shitting me? We get to the checkout and the girl rings it up and she's like, it's $30.52. And I went, excuse? And this poor girl had a look on her face like, what, did I read it wrong? And I'm like, $30 fucking for 6 beers? My heart skipped a beat and my ancestor bartenders all looked at me and went, yo, you can get a good whiskey for $30. You can get a bottle of mead for $26. 6 beers, $30. And these weren't like, they weren't designed. What am I paying? Yeezys a beer? So, we were committed, and it was the only place that we found beer that wasn't fucking IPA. Fuck, I hate IPA. Oregon! There's other things than IPA. Come at me, bro. I'll fight all of you. So we leave, and Bernadette starts to roast me about my $30 6-pack. God's below. I love that one, but goddamn. Right? So we still haven't found her anything to drink. So we go to store number 7. Even Walmart failed us on wine coolers. But we go to store number 7. They don't got any wine coolers. At this point, she's pissed off. Doesn't know what to do. So she starts grabbing anything. And I'm like, baby, that variety pack has only got 2 of the beer that you want. Why don't you try one of these other varieties of something? Give it a shot. It can't hurt, right? So she ends up settling for this strawberry pink mead thing. I don't know what it is, but it's like a 6-pack for like $10. $10! She gets something to drink for $10. My 6-pack runs fucking 30. Are you shitting me right now? And by this time, she's so angry because she's got nothing to drink that we're walking out and she goes, oh, a little chiller ball. It's these little plastic balls with a pop top on them that have margaritas in them. She's like, oh, I want one of them. It says strawberry. So I'm like, oh, tonight's going to be a good night after all. We finally head home after 3 hours of searching for beer and strawberry wine coolers. In Wisconsin, this would have took 10 minutes. Listen, we would have went to the store, got the 6-pack, paid $15, got the wine coolers, and walked out, went home. Oregon, I love your state so far. But one, you need swimming holes, man. You need a swimming hole that's easily found where your river water doesn't taste like someone dumped a gallon of petrol in it. And you need an easily findable swimming hole. And for the love of the brewing gods, make something other than IPA. For fuck's sake! Not everybody likes IPA. Oh, Docs, I can hear Chris's voice right now. But Docs, you could always go for the gateway of the evening. You could get a Bud. Fuck your Bud, Chris. Budweiser is shit. And I'm not drinking seltzer either. Go fuck yourself. Oregon, for the love of all that is holy, by the patron saint of hops themselves, step off an IPA for once and make something else. And don't charge me $30 for a fucking 6-pack. Oh my God. Oh. I fucking told you I was going to be salty on this one. Jesus. Okay, let's move on to the happy ending, shall we? Oh, man. For those of you that don't know, the Drunk Tank, at the end of it, we like to focus on a happy ending. Something positive to leave you with a conversation piece. So, this week, I want to talk about, there's a common notion that smart tech is making us dumber, is making us have a decline in our intelligence and our biological cognitive functions. Well, I got an article here brought to you by the good people at the Good News Network. Shout out to the Good News Network. That begs to differ. The article says smart technology is not making us dumber after all, according to new studies. So basically, this article breaks down the fallacy that smart tech is stripping us of our brain power. You've heard it all, especially from older generations, that don't understand the tech revolution or the technology era. That, oh, you kids and them smartphones is gonna be dumb. You can't remember shit. Back in my day, we had a map and we knew where we was going. You don't know no fandangled GP, what's and magic cuts, it's gonna make you dumb, right? We've all heard those arguments, mostly from boomers or people that don't understand tech. Well, a new study brought to you by... What's the study from? They also talk... everybody also talks about, well, you can't fall asleep to your phone because of the blue light. Well, no. This study brought to you by the University of Cincinnati, who co-authored the paper in Nature Human Behavior. They argue that the digital age is not only not sapping us of our actual brain power, it's actually changing the way in which we engage our biological cognitive abilities, which in layman's terms, that means we're just using different parts of our brain better. It's actually cognitively beneficial, right? Computers, tablets, smartphone assistants with memorization, calculation, and storing information when you need it. It's basically what it's saying is that smart tech is making us use our cognitive abilities more efficiently, and we're engaging different parts of our brain in different ways. So, for example, the co-author of the paper says, your smartphone knows the way to the baseball stadium so you don't have to dig out a map or ask for directions, which frees up brain energy to think about something else. The same holds true in professional settings. We're not solving complex mathematical problems with pen and paper and memorizing phone numbers in 2099. So, basically, what the study states is the way that smart tech is allowing us to free up brain power to engage in more efficient productivity is actually the opposite of what those people who don't understand the benefits of technology are arguing against. So like the example says, if back in the old days, for those of you that are youngins who grew up in the digital age, in order to get somewhere, one, you either had to rely on finding it on your own, reading a map, or stopping to ask awkward questions. Now with a GPS, you can plug it right in, your phone gets you right there, and you don't have to stop. You don't have to engage with people to ask awkward questions or deal with people who may be not willing to help you out. So you can focus on getting to your destination and focus on engaging with your destination and your itinerary for whatever you got going on out there. So I can totally see the benefits of that, because especially for me, I had a stroke when I was young. So the left side of my brain is damaged. So mathematics, heavy calculation, and sort of book smartsy things really is difficult for me. So I appreciate having a smartphone and a GPS, though I still make a wrong turn even though the GPS tells me not to. But as the article states, it says, while there may be other consequences to smart technology, making us stupid is not one of them. And I can totally see that, because even in my kids, who are all teenagers now, smart tech has allowed them to not focus on menial memorization or menial tasks that can be easily solved by a smart device. Now, you could argue that doing the complex mathematics or memorizing roots and whatnot is beneficial, and I won't argue it is. But is it, especially complex mathematical formulas? If you are not a physicist, a rocket scientist, an engineer, a chemical engineer, do you really know? Do you really need trig 3? Do you really need to know how to calculate something to like the 10th power? I would argue no. High-end mathematical equations is not applicable to everyday use, right? So my kids, who are all really smart, but not like, I mean, one of them or two of them could probably be rocket scientists if they apply themselves, but like in the real world, like having to learn how to read a map to find a destination isn't relevant to them anymore. So for me to ban the technology because I think it's making them dumb is a stupid argument when it's clearly not. And that's what the article or the author of the new study, the co-author of the new study argues, is that yes, smart tech may have negatives, but making us dumber or sapping us of brain power is not one of them. In fact, the reverse is true. It gives us the freedom of brain power to more efficiently engage in other things. We don't have to spend hours looking for a map so we can get to our destination sooner and have more time. We don't have to memorize complex mathematical formulas when we can punch them in our phones. You don't have to memorize 80 million phone numbers. Is it important to memorize some phone numbers? Yes. I memorize important phone numbers like my girlfriend's, my parents, things like that. My kids' phone numbers, I memorize those. I'm not saying that smart tech is the end-all be-all. I'm arguing, much like this co-author's paper is, and I'm in agreement, that it's not making us stupid. It's not going to make our brains fall out our ears. We're not going to be done to dumbasses for staring at a phone screen. Right? We're actually cognitively benefiting from the assistance by offloading a lot of that menial, monotonous things that our parents had to do, right? So the next time you're looking at somebody on a smart device, or you hear the argument that smart devices are going to rot your brains, tell them nah. Science says otherwise. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this rant. I hope you enjoyed the happy ending. My name is DoxRyan. I am part of the Drunk Tank podcast with my friend Chrissy C. If you have any questions, anything you want to come at me, Oregon, about my rant, you can find me on Twitter at DoxRyan. You can find me at twitch.tv/DoxRyan. You can get at me on Insta at DoxRyan. Periods between every letter except for the D and the N. But hey, man, hopefully you enjoyed your shot. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.